Okay guys, welcome to the new series. We're running Minecraft 1.6.4 and I've got a list of mods that I'll put in the comments to show you what we're running. I spawned 200 meters over that way, come over here and I found a good spot to set up a base. So we shall start here. I'm going to get some wood. Now I know from checking out this world on a other test world that these are acacia wood. And as you'll see by my achievements, actually it's picked them up from my other game. That's cool. But as you can see, I haven't got all that far into it really. Just basically wandering around checking stuff out. So, let's get some wood here. And we'll make ourselves a crafting table and get started. As you can see, I have already died here once on the minimap. It was just over there. A creeper decided to blow up on me. That was when I found this spot. Actually, hang on a minute. I'll just move them down a little bit, because otherwise they become quite annoying in the headphones. That'll do. Rightio. There's an Enderman floating around, but I'm pretty sure he's underground. So we should be okay for a little while. Rightio, let's get this wood down here. Alright. So we're going to take out this top layer here to build our house. So from memory, where'd I put that? Somewhere about here. Let's just get started. Beauty, my chunk loaders are back. Now, I was having a lot of dramas early on with this setup. Basically, it wouldn't load Minecraft. It wouldn't do a lot of things. It was becoming a real pain. What I found out is that Chicken Chunks was leaking memory. And yeah, basically causing Minecraft to crash. So what I did was I loaded the world without Chicken Chunks in, and then after I'd been in and obviously had a bit of a wander around, I've now reinstalled Chicken Chunks. So yeah, that's my phone. I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, back again. Sorry about that. The phone does ring sometimes. And this is the only time I really get to record because I'm home a little bit earlier than everyone else today. So, did that just break the block and not give me, because I'm not using a pickaxe? Minecraft will be becoming a bit crazy. Alright, wooden pickaxe, here we go. And there we go, game crash. Alright, I'm going to take out Chicken Chunks. I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, I'm just coming back from taking Chicken Chunks out. And it comes up with an ID mismatch. Just continue loading if this does happen to you guys. And I see I had this running all day today at work. Naughty. But I had it running no problems. And now, because of Chicken Chunks being reloaded again, it's becoming a pain. So we're going to have to work pretty quickly here because night time is coming. So let's go make ourselves a stone one because they do work quicker than wood. Righto. Let's get this top layer out. Now, I've worked out how to make myself a pretty cool little house here. It works very well for beginning of the game, so I'm just going to go through and make that. It's all just cobblestone and glass. Nice and easy. Basically it takes up this first area, and then down on the lower level I'll flatten that out a little bit and we'll put a bit of a farm down there. Because for some reason I've been running out of energy quite quickly to start with in these games, so that's cool. So let's put some cobblestone there. This will be good. Be able to make ourselves some torches. Alright, so like I said, I've got a fair list of mods running at the moment. I have, from memory, there's probably a few more that I've missed, but I'll make sure I put them in the comments. I've got applied Energistics, Bibliocraft, Buildcraft, Biomes O Plenty, which this is a Biomes O Plenty world, Forestry, IndustrialCraft, ThaumCraft 4, NEI Addons. I'm running Zans Minimaps because the Raise one didn't work for some reason. I'm not sure why. Ooh, I thought I was going to have another crash there. So yeah, this is a bit boring to watch, I know. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video. I'll knock all of this center section out here and just put the basic outline of the house in, and then yeah, I'll come back and finish off the house, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Okay guys, back again. I'm just about to finish off the actual house. I've got to go and get some sand to make some glass. But now I've got a couple of furnaces made, and as you can see I'm just cooking up a bit of stone so we can make it all look nice and pretty for these bits I've taken out here, and also outside. But I've still got some cobblestone here to finish off my roofing. Gotta put one in there, don't I? Okay. Make it look a little bit pretty as we go. Some nice glass in. Alright, cool. So we're also going to put some steps down here. I'm missing one piece of cobblestone, I think, to do enough. Yours. Need to go and get one more. Because what we'll do is we'll just put one there, and one there. Oops. Point at the bottom of the block. There. Alright, it's getting night time again, so I'm going to have to go and find some more sheep and a little bit more wool. So as you can see, I've started on the where the farming is going to go. There'll be a row of dirt. They'll put down the rows full of water. There'll be a row of dirt on each side, and I'll fill in the top of this canyon over here to put another row in off this side. And the stone, smooth stone, will be for that. Or I might use some cobble. See how we go. Anyway, at the moment we're after sheep. Come here, Mr. Sheepy Sheepy. Yes, you. Thank you. 2 pieces of wool. I think I'm going to have to find a cow as well. There we go. Another piece of wool for my bed. While we're here, we'll grab the wood. Oh, that's rubber wood. I don't really want to be taking that out. It's good to know it's here though, nice and close. Just move down here nice and carefully. Let's take this tree out. I really should have made myself an axe to come over here, but anyway, a bit late now. I'll make one in a minute. So yeah, I've started this whole modded Minecraft setup because I'm tired of waiting for Feed the Beast to update. I know the guys are busy, so I don't begrudge them time, but yeah, I really wanted to play 1.6.4 in mods, and 1.7.2 there's not enough mods out yet to make it really, you know, worthwhile doing. So I thought, right, let's make a 1.6.4 world. Gives us most of the stuff we want, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's do this one. Bed. Some more sticks. Make ourselves an axe. We've got ourselves a full toolkit now. Beauty. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted, wasn't it? Do I have enough for that? No. More steps. Actually, what I'll do, just to make this easier for a little while, give ourselves a couple of pressure plates. One there. One there. Okay. Now, from personal preference, I like to have my bed sitting right in the middle of my room. That way, I can try and keep the monsters out away from me so I'm able to sleep. Beauty. Okay. Got a few floating around, but they won't bother us too much. Okay, so we've now got a stack of smooth stone. That's not going to be anywhere near enough, but it's a good start. Alright, monsters have gone non-eyes. Fill in the top of that one. Now I know this is going to come out to here to make it all nice and smooth and even. Hey, that wasn't very nice. You made me put that in the wrong spot. Probably should use cobblestone down here, but anyway. Rightio. So our next little mission is going to be to go and get some sand. Should put another piece of coal back in there. That was where a creeper blew up on me. Nasty bugger. I want that one free, I want that one closed. That's going to be dirt. So we've got another couple to go in over this side. Right, there's going to be a lot of stone. As soon as I can get rid of those skeletons, the better. Alright, I was sure there's some cows around here. A sheep stuck in there. let's go find some cows and cure our hunger a little bit. He's a good source of some sand. Grab some of this while we're here. Iron ore there as well. Alright guys, I'll gather a few bits and pieces together and I'll be back. Cool, can take out to there. We'll make a few glass panes and things and go from there. Alright, see you soon. Okay guys, welcome back. Now as you can see I've put in a fair bit of glass panes. I've put in some chests. There's nothing in machine items yet, but natural blocks, processed ores and valuable stuff. Yeah, so a couple of different spots to put things. I've put in a lot of cobblestone fencing, so this area around my actual house is quite safe now. This area here will be mob farms for cows and probably chickens. I'll put a feeder in there to keep them going. And down here we've got a gate out to this side so we can go out pretty easily, out the front, out the other side as well. And our farm will go down here, so that'll be nice and easy. So yeah, that's where I got to. A lot of cobblestone, but pretty easy to do. So that way we're nice and safe here. So our next thing we have to do is go and find some iron, because I need a bucket to fill up those the trenches for the farms. I should really take out those doors, but I can't be bothered at the moment. So let's have a look at our natural items. I've only got a couple of seeds. I'll have to grab some more of them. Cotton seeds. Don't really need a lot of wool, but we'll see. Need to find some potatoes and stuff, so we'll see what we can do about that. So we'll sleep through the night here, and then we'll go finding some iron. So we'll go over here and grab our tools. I'll need a stone pickaxe, definitely need a sword. We'll grab some wood while we're out, and the hoe can stay here. Now 1, 2 and 3. That's where I like to have them, so that way if I'm using something else I can simply press the number 1, which is above your controls, so I can get to my sword. So yeah, I use this area over here as a bit of a borrow pit to get a lot of the cobblestone. Now, from memory, over here when we had our sand, when we got our sand, there was iron ore. So let's go over here. And dig it out. Oh, don't fall off the cliff. Yep, there's some down there. How did I get out of here? Up that way, that's right. Okay. So I don't know which mods, there's only 2, that's still very good. So I don't know which one we're going to start with, probably for energy production. We'll probably start with IC2, so I can get myself a macerator pretty early on. And then we can work from there in building up ores and all that sort of stuff. So, let's go find some more iron ore, shall we? Some more copper. I probably should have brought myself another pickaxe with me, but well. I'll also want to start with ThaumCraft early on, because the research points are rather valuable and not that easy to come by sometimes. Alright guys, this is another one of those boring things. You get to go around and find stuff. This was a pretty big one. Right, so I'll go around and find some of that stuff and see what my wife wants. Alright guys, we'll catch you soon. Alright guys, we're back. I've done a little bit of mining. I've picked up some iron ore, some coarse dust, a bit of copper. So I've just been cooking up some iron. I've made myself some shears in a bucket. So let's go over and get this finished off for the farm. Then I can start working on getting some seeds and doing it from there. I have to make some pressure plates for these doors too. So what I'm going to do, these are 6 long I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long, yep. So we put 1 block of water in there and it makes it all flow down to the end there. So that's all good. And we'll just fill up the other ones. Now I've made a bit of room in the house so that when I have people come and visit and for the recording etc, we've got places to sleep. That's why I made the shears, so I can make the beds and stuff without killing too many sheep around the place. So there, nice little start. So we've got to start on a farm here. I've got to make some feeders and then I might have to go and find a village, see if I can find a Portalgun. Get some cows and chickens in the right place. So we'll see how we go. Alright, cool. So that's a good start there. Now, close the gate. Close the gate. Alright, now let's see. Have I got enough smooth stone to make stone pressure plates? I do. Beauty. I'm going to need 4 of them. Make an extra one. Oops, put that down there. Righto. So this way, I always put a pressure plate on the inside. So that way when you come back through the gate, like you've been out mining and you're getting chased by a zombie back home again, you can go through the gate and it auto closes behind you. It's just a little bit of a safety setup. And when I get some obsidian, I'll make some obsidian pressure plates for the outside, because mobs don't activate them. So that'll be cool. Actually, I might put one there. And we'll make another one for outside of here. Because now that I've made this area safe, we should be okay. Alright, cool. So, I think my next step is going to be to build some fences. I'm going to need to get some more wood. Ooh. And in here we'll put that one. I've been cooking up some copper over here. What else do I want to cook up? Yeah, we'll cook some tin up. So, just keeping track of all my items. They go into there. Cobblestone can go back. Smooth stone back. Right, dirt can go in. I dare say that'd be classed as valuable, I suppose. Mob drops. That and that. So I made myself a couple extra pickaxes because, yeah, I tend to go through them until I can get enough iron ore together to make myself a an iron one. So I might have to go do a bit more mining again. I'll just show you the area that I found for mining. It's pretty cool. So I went down through here, was it? Nope, wasn't here. There's still ore here. You can tell where I've been because there's no ore sitting around. That's where it was, over the back of that. So I saw this and I thought, oh, there's a lot of ore around the place. Well, there was. So I worked my way down. Around the side, I've got some more out of there. Got some more from here. So I'll continue building that staircase down to get down to the bottom there. But I then found that this one leads its way around and comes back up near my base. So I've got two ways of getting in here. I'll leave that infused stone there for a little while. And underneath my farm here. Leads me back up to the front of here. So cool. Alright, now as you can see by my hunger, I'm going to have to work on a farm pretty quickly for animals, at least cows, so that I can, because I can lead them in with hay. I might lead them in through here, make this one my cow farm, and I'll put a door on it over here, I suppose. Anyway, we'll work all that out as we go. So I'm going to go and get some wood to make some fences, and yeah, I'll be back shortly. Cheers. Okay guys, welcome back. Now I've actually updated. I put in thermal expansion, and it caused all sorts of problems with Biomes O Plenty. So what I've done is I've gone through in creative mode and just recreated exactly the same house. I don't have a lot of the stuff that I had, so I've got no tools or anything like that. The only things I've got in my inventory are actually things that I've picked up along the way, apart from the fence, which I'll get rid of. So yeah, I've picked all this up along the way by killing creepers and spiders and, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, so I've recreated exactly what I had. Cobblestone fences, it's all cobblestone, it's all nothing special. I planted a thing. Enderman. So yeah, I've planted a garden, and that's all I've done. So yeah, we've moved around into a totally different area because the spawn for some reason didn't come out the same. So I couldn't find that original little spot that we were sitting on. So, oh well, we'll just have to go from here. So that's alright. We've got a little bit of Mesa mountain terrain around us and a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, we'll continue on from here. But we have hit the point where I've got to finish the episode and upload it. So I'll do that here. But yeah, just keep in mind that I did have to completely reset the world. Basically what happened was when I installed thermal expansion, there was a whole lot of ID conflicts with Biomes O Plenty. And when I tried to resolve the IP conflicts, I had topaz block or honey blocks and topaz blocks sitting all over the place, or I lost the leaves off the acacia trees. So that was no good. So I decided, well, I'll just start a new world and see what it looks like and see if I can find that spot, recreate the house, and yeah, we'll go survival from here. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Please let us know what you think I should be doing. Comments are always appreciated. Skeletons are not. I'll get him later when I make myself a sword. Yeah, and like and subscribe, and yeah, hopefully I can put these out on a pretty regular basis. Alright, cheers guys, have a good one.